Capital. Just wanted to create a quick, I guess it's a late mid-week trade recap based on the video I had posted last weekend, Saturday. Just examining, okay, what trade was taken, where we're at in price action on Euro USD, and then real quick, what I was looking at for USD JPY. So here we are, Euro on the weekly. My guess is, let's take a look at the daily really quick. The daily seems to have broken bearish. Please excuse all the markups. High, created that low, lower high, and then today's daily candle closed below. Some will look at the bottom of this wick and say, we got to close below that. To be honest, I'm usually looking at where the candles are closing. So that's a pretty bearish close for us. My guess is that we can expect a little more downside. It just depends on what's going to happen with the dollar. Are we going to see some bullish price action? And again, I think like I mentioned last week, are we going to start pricing in a July rate increase? It is almost July, so that's coming up. But based on that daily, I'm thinking, and this is not financial advice, but what we might start seeing, sorry about that. Here we go. What is often referred to as a fair value gap, right? Price moved impulsively from this zone. We hit that 78.6, which was also part of this demand zone. We pushed away, and from there we left this gap, right? The top of this wick and the bottom of this wick, right? 1, 2, 3 candles. There's a gap in between those wicks. That's our fair value gap as far as I understand it. So what I'm guessing is there's probably going to be drawing liquidity back down to this demand zone. If we are to see higher highs getting pushed up, then yeah, we might come down here first before we get that. But like I said, kind of going to be bullish on the dollar for the short term. I'm not certain long term what we're going to be doing with the dollar, but for now, in light of that future rate increase, that's where I'm at. So I want to see a push on that dollar, bring price down to here, close that gap. Beyond that, I'm not a mind reader. I don't predict the future. We did close that gap, and to be fair, like the rest of this price is pretty efficient in here. Like I'm not seeing any gaps in the market right there. So, so we'll see what happens. But for now, what I would like to see, we did get that close on the daily, but I would love to see, we had a high, low, higher high. We broke that 4-hour low, created a potential lower high. I would like to see the market break below this and a sell, maybe up, who knows, either this or this is probably our new supply zone if we are to continue down. We'll just have to wait and see. But in the meantime, here was this morning's trade taken at New York Open. Now, this is New York, not New York Stock Exchange or NYSE Open. For me, this is happening at 4 a.m. I'm in California, so I got to wake up pretty early for this stuff. But I love it, so let's do it. Initially, I was thinking, okay, we had this low, this high, and then this lower low. So my initial thought was that we had a supply zone right here, right? Market pushed up into that zone. I did have a pending order there, so I got stopped out on that. So that was a loss. And I've been battling myself like on this strategy. Okay, do I put those pendings in, or do I just wake up from my time zone, look for some confirmations, and get moving? Moral of the story is this is kind of a smart money concept, but we're looking at this and considering, okay, there's stops above this, right? Anybody who's sold here's probably got a stop loss trail down there, or maybe somebody who's looking for a breakout has a stop buy above that. Coincidentally, right above that is a previous supply zone in the market, right? Market came down after breaking this low, paused, carried on, leaving us this supply zone. So that is where we sold from this morning for a little over 3R. Great trade. I was looking for a retrace up into this gap that we did have a pause in the market on the 5-minute. I just never got it. So that would have been a great second trade to add a little more value to this. We haven't completed it either. I'm actually looking for the -27 extension. But look at, all right, here's that little 5-minute supply zone. Let me know what you guys think. So the theory is, you're shooting for the 50% of a supplier demand zone, right? You're gonna get a better RR out of that for sure. But I've been missing quite a few trades because I'm shooting for that, and I'll front run it too. I'll put the order just in front, but you see stuff like this where it's like not even quite a tap, right? And then it goes. Had another one, I think it was on the hourly time frame that I missed, where price just came up. It didn't quite hit the zone, and it just took off. That's okay. Let me see if I can find that for y'all real quick. Right here, right? So here's your 30-minute. Price broke this low, came, pushed back up. Here's our supply zone. It actually didn't even tap it. So, you know, hypothetically, I could have drawn that out, maybe front run the supply zone by a couple pips, and I would have been in that trade, right? Probably would have been targeting these lows, and by the time it made a second low, I probably would have been break even, you know, and price probably would have scared me, would have come back up, hopefully not stopped me out, and then scared me. But that actually, those who took those sells, they probably trailed their stops here, right? This is probably, they're like, okay, cool, new low, I'm going to trail my stop right here. And that's where they got taken out this morning in, New York, and for that drop. Coincidentally, conspiracy theory, let's go. Price action plus fundamentals meeting up. We had initial jobless claims and continued jobless claims. Basically, things in the market, or rather with jobs, turned out a little bit better than expected. So that was bullish for the dollar, causing this to drop on euro. So this would have been a great second sell. Anyways, so that was a little trade recap. Sold this. Great sell. Very happy about that. Let's check out your USDJPY. I think this is the one I had marked up. This is Thursday. It's still 30-minute. Let's see. Which one did I have marked up over the weekend? Wednesday. Yeah, I don't remember. I probably was in here, actually. What is this, June 22, last Tuesday? Yeah, I think we pushed up. Tuesday 27th. Anyways, here's what I'm looking at now. I don't recall which trade that was I called out. I have to go back and watch that video. Oh, no, it was probably this one right here. Look at just never came down. Never got me. Again, same kind of concept, though. Look at, so I'm targeting kind of the 50% of this zone over here. If I can get my screen to work for me. Come on, screen. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that. That would have been a tight trade. I'm not really trading UJ. I had an idea there. And that would have been perfect, right? Based on a refined demand zone. That would have delivered beautifully. But I shouldn't take it. Not too familiar with UJ yet, but working on it. But here's another one, right? Pushed up, closed above these highs, all right? So what I was looking for was price to retrace down into this demand zone. But we tapped the top of this candle, right? See right there? This candle just tapped right into the top of that. So I'm starting to think that maybe I should just put my orders, you know, once I get that confirmation, right? Here's box one per the Menta FX strategy, right? Box one, box two, we've already confirmed some break. Hopefully I'm learning this correctly, but, and then we have the confirmation in here, but, we just didn't get what I was looking for there. So I'm considering starting to put my orders like at the top of a demand zone or the bottom of a supply zone. And just the R is not as good, but I'd miss less trades if that was the case. But, you know, so maybe we're looking at something like this, right? We got box one pushing up here, and then box two is going to go right here. Excuse me. I can't talk tonight, y'all. It's been a long day. Like I said, I was up early this morning for these trades, so it's a long day in California. So here's where I'm looking, right? So I'm going to look to target these highs. Box one, box two, confirmation in here. So this is the idea. We just haven't got there yet. Who knows if we will. But that's my idea for UJ. And that's it for y'all. Just a quick little recap. I might do something Saturday morning if I have time. Enjoy the rest of your week. If I don't see you on Saturday, enjoy your weekend. This is the King's Capital, signing out.